Love him or hate him, you can't ignore him. Donald John Trump is a name that resonates across the globe, stirring up a whirlwind of emotions and opinions. Whether you see him as a visionary leader or a polarizing figure, his impact on the world stage is undeniable. Donald John Trump, the name itself evokes a whirlwind of emotions. Born on June 14, 1946 in Queens, New York, Trump was destined for a life in the spotlight. His father, Fred Trump, was a successful real estate developer, and young Donald was determined to follow in his footsteps, but on a much grander scale. From his beginnings in New York City to the Oval Office, his life has been a roller coaster of dizzying highs and crushing lows. In the 1980s, Trump became a household name, synonymous with luxury and opulence. Trump Tower, his flagship building on Fifth Avenue, became a symbol of his ambition and larger-than-life persona. This is the story of a man who redefined success, courted controversy, and forever changed the face of American politics. His business ventures expanded beyond real estate to include casinos, hotels, and even an airline. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Trump faced numerous financial setbacks, including multiple bankruptcies. Get ready for a wild ride as we unpack the life and times of Donald J. Trump. In the early 2000s, Trump reinvented himself once again, this time as a reality TV star. The Apprentice showcased his business acumen and catchphrase, "You're fired," became a cultural phenomenon. From real estate mogul to reality TV star, and ultimately, the 45th President of the United States. His 2016 presidential campaign was unlike any other, marked by bold promises, fiery rhetoric, and a pledge to make America great again. Despite facing fierce opposition and numerous controversies, Trump defied the odds and won the election. Buckle up, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. His presidency was marked by significant achievements, such as tax reforms and deregulation, as well as contentious policies and impeachment trials. Love him or hate him, Donald Trump's influence on American politics and global affairs is undeniable. Join us as we delve deeper into the life of this extraordinary figure, exploring the triumphs, trials, and tribulations that have defined his journey. Born in 1946, Donald Trump enjoyed a privileged upbringing in the Jamaica Estates neighborhood of Queens, New York. His father, Fred Trump, was a successful real estate developer. This gave young Donald a glimpse into the world of business. Even as a child, Trump displayed ambition and a flair for the dramatic. He attended the New York Military Academy, where he excelled in leadership roles. Some say this experience shaped his commanding personality, but his time there wasn't without its controversies. Trump followed in his father's footsteps, diving headfirst into the world of real estate. He quickly made a name for himself in Manhattan during the 1970s and 80s. His signature project, the iconic Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue. Trump's empire expanded beyond real estate. He ventured into casinos, airlines, and even professional football. His brand became synonymous with luxury and success. But his business practices were often questioned, leading to several high-profile bankruptcies. In the early 2000s, Trump entered the homes and living rooms of millions with his hit reality show, The Apprentice. His catchphrase, "You're fired," became a cultural phenomenon. The show cemented his status as a pop culture icon. But Trump had bigger ambitions. He set his sights on the White House, announcing his candidacy for president in 2015. His campaign was unconventional, to say the least. He tapped into a wave of populism and anger, promising to make America great again. Section 5, Family Man and Controversial Figure. Throughout his tumultuous journey, Trump has been married 3 times. His first marriage was to Ivana Trump, a Czech-American businesswoman and former model, in 1977. The couple had 3 children together, Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric. Their marriage, however, ended in a highly publicized divorce in 1992. He has 5 children from these marriages. After his divorce from Ivana, Trump married actress Marla Maples in 1993. They had 1 daughter, Tiffany, before divorcing in 1999. His third and current marriage is to Melania Trump, a Slovenian model, whom he married in 2005. They have 1 son together, Baron. His children have also been thrust into the spotlight, often playing active roles in his business and political endeavors. Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric have been particularly prominent, taking on significant roles within the Trump organization and his political campaigns. Ivanka, in particular, served as a senior advisor during his presidency, while her husband, Jared Kushner, also held a key advisory role. Trump's personal life, much like his professional one, has been dogged by controversy. His marriages and relationships have often been the subject of intense media scrutiny, with numerous allegations and scandals making headlines over the years. Allegations of infidelity and questionable behavior have followed him for decades. Notable among these are the allegations involving adult film actress Stormy Daniels and former Playboy model Karen McDougal, both of whom claimed to have had affairs with Trump while he was married to Melania. These allegations have led to legal battles and further media frenzy. His supporters often dismiss these as personal attacks, while his detractors view them as further proof of his unfitness for office. The divide between his supporters and critics is stark, with each side holding firm to their beliefs. Supporters argue that his personal life should be separate from his professional capabilities, while critics believe that his behavior reflects poorly on his character and suitability for leadership. This ongoing debate continues to fuel the polarized political climate surrounding Trump. Section 6. Triumphs and Tumbles, a life of extremes. Trump's presidency was marked by constant turmoil. He enacted sweeping tax cuts, appointed conservative judges to the Supreme Court, and took a hard line on immigration. His supporters praised his bold leadership. However, his critics accused him of being divisive, authoritarian, and out of touch with the needs of ordinary Americans. His handling of the COVID-19 pandemic drew widespread condemnation. He was impeached twice by the House of Representatives, though he was acquitted by the Senate both times. Section 7. The verdict on Trump icon or impeachment. Donald Trump's legacy is complex and contested. His journey from a real estate mogul to the 45th President of the United States is nothing short of extraordinary. His supporters view him as a successful businessman and a political outsider who challenged the status quo. They believe he brought a fresh perspective to Washington, D.C., breaking away from the traditional political mold. They admire his blunt style and his willingness to speak his mind. To them, his direct approach was a breath of fresh air in a world of political correctness and scripted speeches. His detractors see him as a demagogue who damaged American democracy. They argue that his divisive rhetoric and controversial policies have left the nation more polarized than ever before. They point to his rhetoric, his policies, and his behavior as evidence of his unfitness for office. From his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic to his stance on immigration, critics argue that his decisions often lacked empathy and foresight. Love him or hate him, there's no denying that Trump has left an indelible mark on American history. His presidency has sparked countless debates and discussions, both in the United States and around the world. Whether viewed as a champion of the people or a threat to democracy, Trump's influence on the political landscape is undeniable. His tenure has reshaped the Republican Party and has had lasting impacts on American policies and international relations. As history continues to unfold, the true extent of his legacy will be debated for generations to come. Section 8. What's next for the Donald? Despite losing the 2020 election, Trump remains a powerful force in American politics. He continues to hold rallies, endorse candidates, and shape the Republican Party in his image. Will he run for president again in 2024? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: Donald J. Trump is not going away quietly. He continues to be a lightning rod for controversy, a master of self-promotion, and a figure of enduring fascination. Section 9. Stay tuned for more. Want to dive deeper into the world of Donald Trump? Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analyses, exclusive interviews, and behind-the-scenes looks at the most talked-about figure in modern history. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. The saga of Donald Trump is far from over.